Well, welcome guys. We're here at A&M Manufacturing. Today we're going to do not a typical video walkthrough. We're going to do a walkthrough of the entire factory. I get a lot of questions asked about our factory, what we do here. So I thought it'd be great to show you a bit our capability and the fact that we really do everything in-house. We'll take you through our lamination room, our metal shop, our assembly. You'll get to see everything. So just follow along, and I hope you'll learn a thing or two today. Alright guys, right now we're outside. We're gonna make our way to lamination. So just to show you a bit our outdoor space, we're gonna walk to the lamination process. You can see we have some boats here getting ready to ship. So we build everything in Gainesville, and actually in Alachua, which is right outside of Gainesville, Florida. And then we ship all our boats. So they'll get put onto a trailer, and the trailer will deliver this wherever you are in the US. Just so you know, when we build you an estimate and a quote, we include everything except the transport. We can get you estimate on the transport, but that's done really at the end, because those guys, their prices are gonna vary based on fuel and permits and different locations and all this. So this boat right now is done and it's gonna get shipped out. We have a few other boats right now on campus that are done and getting ready to get shipped. Let's make our way right now to lamination. Let's go.
I got a marketing fee now. Yeah, with that.
Let's go upstairs. We'll get a better view. All right, guys, right here, we're in our lamination room. Actually, right upstairs from it. This is where our engineers have all their offices at, overlooking this lamination room. As you can see, we have a variety of different molds. So at A&M, we do all our small parts and all our hulls. Everything is fiberglass. We have molds for everything. So your dock boxes, your hulls, your helm station, all this is going to be done in here, laminated. This is the first process where we'll spray your gel coat, laminate it, and then we'll take it out of the mold and we'll finish it right here. Let's go walk around a little bit around the molds and I'll show you what we're doing here. Alright guys, right here we have our first set of mold. Those are for the Riptide hulls. They're smaller, they're our smallest hull. We use them a lot for tri-toon, smaller workboat, and also the rental fleet. We use them as well to create tanks, our water tanks and our black tanks that go midship. This is why those ones are blocked right here. Moving on to our other set of hulls, we have our Bulldogs and X-Dogs mold. Those are the intermediate. Those are for the workboat that require to carry more weight. And so this is where we do those. And then we'll go on now onto our inspected hulls. They're the larger hulls. Those are the XL and the Jumbo. Let me show you the Jumbo right here. On this side, we have our XL hulls. So those are the hulls we probably use the most. They're some that we put on houseboat, but also, like I was saying, on all our inspected vessels. If you look out right now, we have all of our inspected boats actually are on those sets of hulls. And then we have our Jumbo hull right behind you here. This is our newest hull. It's just like the XL, except that it's 14 inches taller. So this one will be able to carry more weight and also take on more seas. So this, again, is where we laminate everything. Once the lamination is done and we pull the hulls out of the mold, we move them back there where we're going to finish them. Let me show you how that works. All right, guys, right now we're out of the lamination room. It's super noisy, so I hope you'll be able to hear me. But this is pretty much where we finish all our products that come out of the lamination room. So, for example, the dock boxes, they're going to come out like this. We'll have to clean up all the edges, buff it, we'll wax, cut, anything that needs to happen right now to make sure that your hull is going to be all cleaned up and set up. For the assembly is going to happen right here, including your bottom paint, which will also include. All right, follow me now. All right, guys. Another part of the process is going to be our weld shop. This is where we'll build your deck structure, as well as your rails, anything metal. Pretty much on the boat is going to be built right here inside this room. As you can see right now, we have a railing, and it's going to be a double decker. So this is a double deck pontoon yacht that we're building. Everything done in-house. You can follow me right here. We'll show you some of the decking. We had to put this one outside because it was taking too much room. We get all our materials right here in bulk, and then we finish them, weld, and assemble it. So right here, coming outside, you'll see some of our deck structure for this, actually, 40-foot pontoon yacht. This is how it looks. So our shop puts all this together. And when that's done, this goes to assembly, where it will meet its fiberglass hull. So this is where we're going to go next. On the side of the assembly, we also have a room here where we assemble all our small parts. So there we'll start dressing your helm with steering and all the electronics before we put it onto your boat. This is where we'll finish all your dock box, your seating, if we need to put some cushion. For example, here we have our fuel tank. We like to hide our fuel tank inside those dock boxes. They're easy to access. They still complement your seating for the inspected boats, that is. And, they're cut at the back. You can still access your fuel filter, for example, right here, fuel water separator. So in this room, we assemble everything. And on the other side of that room, we also receive all our products. This is, for example, how a helm is assembled before we put it on deck. All right, coming back from the weld shop to assembly. So the lamination is on the room on the back right there. The hulls will come out, get finished. We'll have our aluminum deck structure come and we'll put everything together here and fiberglass everything in. Then we'll come over here, we'll aim the boat down this assembly line and we'll start to put everything together. So this, for example, is the whole metal structure that will support the rails and the rooftop. So the deck for this boat is going to come right here, and this will start to be assembled up on top of it. Then we'll also do the rail covers, your rigging, your electrical work. All this will happen down here, and the boat will move into this line. This is a nice little Tiki 28. That's going to go, I think, in the Keys as a 6-pack and bare boat. This is not an inspected boat, but it's a great little work boat, that's for sure. Yes. At our factory as well, we do a brand of runabout boats called Lancecraft. This is it right here. We produce 5 of those models. And the further we get along on this line, the closest to the final product the boats are going to get. And next time, we'll show you, once the boats are completed, where they go. Follow me. So here, once your boat is pretty much done, that is fully assembled before it ships, we're still right now on property ground. It's hard to imagine, but we do have our own pond and our own travel lift. We have 2 travel lifts. One of them will come pick up your boat and we'll bring it right down this ramp into our little pond right here. And that is especially important for our inspected boats because this is where we'll do our own deadway survey. So the U.S. Coast Guard will come right here once we float our boat and we'll do our deadway survey right here. Also, for any other boat, we still like to float them, do stability tests, make sure that everything is, is done correctly. No water intrusion nowhere. Test out the engines before I take the boat back out of the water and put it onto a trailer. So right now we're going to be passing right by the offices. This is a separate building, so all the engineering staff is right over the lamination room, right on the floor. This right here is where we have our conference rooms. We have accounting is going to be here. We'll make our way to the sales office. I'll show you where my office is, pretty much. Yeah. All right, guys, finally, this is our sales office. This is where I work. And when we'll meet, if you're buying a boat, this is where we'll first meet up, sit down, and talk exactly about what you're trying to achieve. This is also usually where the engineers will come and discuss, some of your boat finishes, where you're going to be located, how many passengers you're trying to carry, or, what type of entertainment you're trying to have on boat. So all those questions and all those discussions will usually happen right here. This is kind of like the first piece where we meet, and it's also one of the last piece where, we usually sign contracts and deliver the boat to you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this tour of the factory. As you can see, we can really do everything in-house. The only thing we didn't get to show you, because it's our second factory, is the upholstery shop, where we do all the seating and the cushions for our boat. That happens in Chiefland, Florida, where we have our second factory that's dedicated to building houseboats, and it has its own weld shop and as well the upholstery shop right there. Something that's really important to us is, not only do we have the capability and the grounds to create amazing boats and custom boats, but we also have amazing workers, very dedicated workers that have great workmanship, that are able to create and bring all this knowledge that they've had for so many years to help build your boat. And all this is done inside this ground, and this is probably what we're the most proud of here at A&M Manufacturing, is our colleagues and workers that have so much talent. Guys, as usual, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out directly through our website. You have the contact form. There's also my phone number listed if you want to call or text me or email me any questions. Hope you enjoyed this little tour, and like and subscribe. Thank you.